How's it going? You're on the Life with Eugene channel, and guess who it is? It's me, Eugene. And I just wanted to leave this message to everybody because recent events in the news have kind of bothered me, and I'd like to share them with you. Recently, a few weeks back, there was a child who was hit by a vehicle in China, and nobody came to help him. There was like 10, 11 people that passed by, and someone finally did help him, but by the time they were finished, that they actually did help him, it was too late, and he died. We've been seeing this way too much in the news media, and I'd like to say something that, honestly, we really need to come together as a world and be a little bit more peaceful to one another. We seriously need to we seriously need to, care about our fellow human being, you know. And then recently in the news also, there are suicides for people who are homosexual, who are bullied in school because of that, and they ended up killing themselves, committing suicide. You know, when I was a kid, I was bullied too. I was, bullied constantly every day. It was a major problem, you know. I mean, I'm straight. I just, want everybody to know I am straight, but I can kind of understand the situation that's going on with the bullying, that it needs to stop. Honestly, as a nation, we need to, as a nation, and not only as a nation, but as a world, we need to come together and be peaceful to one another, regardless of your religion or your sexual preference or gender, nation. We need to come together as a nation and be peaceful to one another, and as a world. I mean, every single human life is precious, and we need to understand that. I don't get how there could be people that could see someone lying dead in a street. I just don't understand how or lying there injured and not even going to help them at all. I can't fathom how anybody in their right mind would just see someone on the ground in pain and just walk over them or walk past them and not even care. I just don't understand that. I just can't. It just is unfathomable. I'm sorry. I'm just without words right now. But I just can't believe it. But we need to stop looking at people's religion and gender and sexual preference and etc. And we need to stop trying to find outlets of hate, and rather we should try to find outlets of love and joy and not hate. Why is there still racism? Why is there still prejudice and, war? I mean, this is the 21st century, and we are still fighting one another over these trivial things. And they're trivial. They really are. And I'm a Christian, but you know what? I work with Muslims in my place of work, and the Muslims that I work with are not these avid, oh, I want to bomb you, I want to kill you, filthy American kind of thing. Just because a lot of these terrorists happen to be claiming to be of the Muslim faith does not mean that all Muslims are bad. Because the Muslims that I work with at my place of business are good, decent people that all they want to do is make a living, to try to survive, to try to, make ends meet, just like I am, Honestly, I'm a Christian, but I don't understand how we can't get along with Muslims or Jews or Buddhists or even atheists, for example. I mean, I don't like those arrogant atheists that, make fun of other religions, but there are atheists out there that are good people. And, I understand how atheists can't grasp my belief, for example. But, I think people should just live and let other people practice what they believe and practice their version, their idea. Why should there be such hate speech? Why should there be such, hatred? I just don't understand it. We need to become a world of understanding and love and peace. I just don't seem to understand how this could possibly be that 21st century, 2011, we are still fighting over things that they were fighting about in the medieval times. You know, I tell you, Muslims are good people. There are atheists out there that are good people. And, if we had respect for each other's opinions, for each other's beliefs, and we just let each of us live our own way, that right there is the true sign of freedom. That is true freedom. That's exactly what it is. I love my country. I love America. I think it's a great nation. I love my faith. I love my Lord. But on top of all that love for my nation, for my Lord, I also have love for people. I think Jesus taught us best, Jesus Christ, when that story of the prostitute and the mob, and they were going to throw stones at her. And what did Jesus do? He stood in between the mob and the prostitute and said, "He who is without sin, cast the first stone." Now, think about that for a minute, how powerful that statement is, how powerful that story is. We are all sinners. So it is not our place to judge other people for what they do wrong. We can make mention that, hey, that's wrong. But we are ultimately, in the end, not the judge. The ultimate judge is the Lord God. And for all of you atheists out there, I just want to let you know I'm not trying to offend you in any way. I think that even some atheists need to see that there are good moral fiber to these holy books, the Bible. Even the Quran has some good holy fiber for us to look at. I can understand. I can understand certain situations. I'm a lover of science too. I think that science is a very fascinating subject. I don't want people to think that we Christians are just, magic, fairy tale, ooh-ah, I'm just a regular guy, I think that the Bible has good things in it, good moral fiber. Thou shalt not steal, thou shalt not kill, treat others the way you would want to be treated. Love for your neighbor, pray for your enemies, forgiveness. Seriously, even some atheists have to believe that, even if they don't believe in God, they should at least acknowledge the fact that there are good moral fiber in this book, And I don't believe that Jesus would stand there and offend every single person or, give everyone no hope, I believe if Jesus was here right now, he would probably say, listen to all of you, listen to me for a moment. Let me show you the light. Let me show you this in a loving way. Stop the bullying of the homosexuals. They're people just like you and me. They love, they bleed, they hurt, they suffer just like you and me. They're people just like us. They just want to live, And why can't we just say, hey, this is a great nation that we live in, the red, white, and blue. And if you're in any other nation in the world, I have to speak to you in your nations. Try to embrace one another and love one another. Sure, there are radicals out there that would do crazy things. For example, there was that pastor that burned a Quran in the church. He just set it down in the middle of the floor. He lit it on fire and he allowed it to burn. I am actually, as a Christian, not in favor of burning the Quran at all. I think that the only thing you do when you do that is you incite violence, you incite more hatred, and you incite a false look at what Christianity really is. Christianity is not burning books and stoning people and all of that other things. We're not Nazis. But there are a few crazy people out there that make it out to look like it's this insane faith. Or how about those so-called Christians who picket military funerals? I can't for the life of me understand why anybody would want to show signs of hatred. I don't get it, but anyway, I'm going to stop this video. I'm going to make a part 2 of this because I have to answer the phone, so I'll talk to you in a minute.